Every farmer knows before you plant the seed, you have got to till up the soil. Welcome back to Wretched, taking you to the Minnesota State Fair. My witness encounters with people trying to convince them of the character and nature of God, our character and nature, what we deserve, and even having a conversation about hell. Do you believe in God?
To a point.
Who do you think God is?
I'll leave that question to me, not to you.
Okay, but what do you think the Bible says about who God is? Do you know what the Bible teaches about God? Did you know that the Bible says that He's the creator of you and everything that you see, and someday we must all die and be judged by the Lord? Did you know that the Bible says that?
I kind of think that's wrong to a point.
Okay.
Every human that walks the face of the earth should not be judged by any of the way they dress, the way they look.
Well, I'm not saying that we're going to be judged by the way we look. I think the Bible teaches that we're going to be judged by the way we act. I know a lot of guys have long hair and they're very nice people. Sure. How do you think you're going to be judged on your judgment day?
I'll probably be dead by then, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. You die and then you get judged. That's what the Bible teaches.
But nobody in the writing, not even God, to judge anybody anyway.
God gets to judge everybody for every thought, every deed, and every action. Do you think God will find you innocent or guilty on that day?
I always leave that to myself.
All right. Have you ever told a lie?
Oh, yeah, we all tell lies.
All right. But if you tell a lie, what does that make you? What type of person tells a lie?
It's a mistake. So what?
Well, if I told a lie, what would you call me?
What's that?
You'd call me a liar, wouldn't you? A person who tells lies is a liar, right?
If they tell lies all the time, yeah.
Well, how many do you have to tell before you become a liar?
One little
That's
lie.
Right. One lie and you're a liar. That's right.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
You tell 10 and a bell rings and you get labeled a liar. Now you tell one lie and you're a liar. Have you ever stolen anything?
No.
Never?
No.
Anything very small, an apple from a tree?
No.
All right, I'll give you that one. Have you ever taken the Lord's name in vain?
No.
You've never used the Lord's name carelessly, or when you were angry you went and you used the Lord's name?
I'm the person that holds everything in.
Okay. All right. Do you ever think a bad thought about somebody? Have you ever called somebody an idiot or a moron?
No.
You sure? Bonehead?
Well, I've been called every name in the book, but it doesn't bother me a bit.
No, but have you called somebody those names?
Some people I did, yeah.
All right. See, what Jesus said is you don't have to commit murder. You just have to call somebody a fool, and He sees us as murderers at heart. Because did you know that God, Jesus Christ, is going to judge every thought, every word, and every deed when you die? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, well, that's what the Bible teaches, that it's appointed for you to die one time, and then God's going to judge you. Now, have you ever dishonored your parents, done something that made your parents angry?
Oh, I would have to say many.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. We all do it. That's right. When you're naughty.
But we all make mistakes every day, so what?
Right, but God doesn't see them as mistakes.
Learn from them.
All right, that's a good thing to do, is to learn from them. But God doesn't see them as like little hiccups or little oopses or little mistakes. He calls them sins, breaking His laws.
But He always forgives us.
Not always. No, He does not.
I would have to prove you wrong on that one.
All right, well, let's take a look at that. God always forgives everybody. Is that right? So Adolf Hitler is in heaven?
No.
All right,
Who's
so
evil?
He doesn't always forgive. All right. So let's say you stand before God.
All I am saying is most of the people nowadays that are really good people die because, All
right. We're gonna check into that really good people idea. You stand before God on Judgment Day. All right. And if He goes through the 10 commandments with you, just like I just did, you've told a lie, you've dishonored your parents, you've had an angry thought about somebody. Those are the commandments. Those are the 10 commandments. You've broken those commandments. Will God find you innocent or guilty when He judges you?
Yeah, but we all make mistakes every day. It's no big deal.
But see, it is a big deal. See, they're not mistakes. It's breaking His commandments. It's the 10 commandments that He wrote down for you to keep and obey.
This would be a world a lot better place if people quit judging people.
I'm not judging you, sir. I'm telling you that God is going to judge you.
You judge that guy in the tattoos, I know that.
I judged what it looked like to me. That's fair. Do you ever look at a piece of art and decide if you like it or not? That's not judging, all right? That's not judging somebody's character or their qualities.
I'm the person that likes any kind of art.
All right. So you're standing before God. You've broken His commandments. Are you going to be innocent or guilty?
I'll have to leave it up to Him.
All right. What do you think He's going to do? Find you innocent when you've broken His laws? That doesn't work in a court of law. Why would it work in God's court of law? He's better than any judge on this earth. You've broken his commandments. He has to find you guilty, correct? Right?
To a point.
All right, so he finds you guilty of breaking his laws. Should God send you to heaven or to hell?
Most good people he sends to heaven.
That's not how you have to be perfect to go to heaven. Do you think you're perfect?
No.
Oh, yes.
Hey, maybe I did a lot of good things in life. Maybe I made a lot of mistakes in other things, but hey, I'm still a good person.
They don't balance themselves out. That's not what the Bible says, all right? So either you're right or the Bible is right. The Bible says that we all sin, that nobody does good, no, not one, that even the good things we do are like filthy rags in the eyes of God. So either those verses are right or you're right. When you stand before God, if he finds you guilty, should he send you a lawbreaker, a not good person, to heaven or to hell?
I would probably end up still going to heaven anyways.
Why? He can't do that. He's perfect. He can't have lawbreakers in heaven. He can't just go, all right, you've broken the laws, fine, come in, let's just forget about it. That would make him a corrupt judge. Judges on this earth, they send people to jail because they're lawbreakers, and God sends people to hell for being lawbreakers. Does that make sense?
Some lawbreakers, it's just the way life is.
Right, but I'm trying to help you understand. God is going to judge you someday. And it's so good to think about it on this side of the veil before we get there, because this is the only place where we have an opportunity to do something about it.
Why should I go to jail for criticizing somebody else, but somebody else does something else? Meaning you goes to jail.
You should go to hell because you've broken God's laws.
No.
I know you don't like the thought. I don't like the thought either. It's a horrible thought. You're right to respond that way, but I'm trying to help you understand the way God works. He's very black and white. He's a judge, and he says if you've broken his laws, he must send people to jail. He must send them to hell for punishment. Does that make sense to you? Because I know what you're thinking.
To a point.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that would be me. I would go to hell. And that's a terrifying thought. Am I correct about that?
No.
Oh, come on. It is too. You're not afraid of hell?
I'm not afraid of anything. I've been through hell and back, so what's the difference?
Oh, it's nothing like what the real hell is like. Whatever has happened to you on this earth pales in comparison to a lake of sulfur where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth and thirst that is insufferable, and it goes on for forever.
No, you're wrong. How about dying, buddy?
You know what? That's just your gateway to heaven or hell, okay? That's your gateway to judgment. That's all it is. Does it concern you that you're going to hell on Judgment Day? Does that concern you? It should.
God will make that decision on his own.
You're right.
You can't make it.
I know I can't, but I'm trying to help you understand that he's going to judge you, and if he finds you guilty, he will send you to hell.